Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the video today, we plan to cover the basics of Agentic AI. What I'm trying to do is to capture the basics of Agentic AI from non-technical point of view and try to understand what exactly this Agentic AI is. In the current scenario, it's a very hot buzzword. Everywhere people are talking about Agentic AI and how exactly they can incorporate that in their own company or in their own operations or something. So what I am planning to do is to create a new series on Agentic AI, and this will be the very first session where I would be capturing the basics of Agentic AI. So to understand Agentic AI, it's very important to understand what exactly is LLM and how exactly it works. So in typical LLM model, what happens is like we give input to LLM and LLM gives the output, right? Like for example, if we ask what is the capital of India, it will go to LLM. LLM will have a different model, like it can be OpenAI, it can be Grok, it can be Gemini, it can be any of the model, right? We can get the API from these and use it in our model, right? And from that we can get the output. As long as the output is very output is something which it can retrieve it from the database, we can get the output. But many a times what we need is instead of a very generic output, we want very specific one. For example, if we ask about weather, right? What is the current weather? So for this, it won't be able to get the easy answer from any of these API. So for that, what it needs to do is it needs to go to some weather API, right? So this LLM model needs to ask weather API, and from there it can fetch the information about weather. So usual structure, uh, what happens in agentic AI is for some of the questions we don't get direct answer from LLM, and we need some either external API like weather API if we ask about weather, or we need some external tools, right? Because you imagine like this, like if we ask LLM to book a ticket, right? If we ask about any ticket from Delhi to Mumbai, it can give us the options fetching data from make my trip or maybe go Avivo, but it cannot book the ticket, right? So for booking the ticket, it needs some external tools. It needs the access to your login ID. It needs access to your payment card or something like that. So these things are taken care by agentic AI. So in agentic AI, what happens is we input, we give the input to the LLM, and LLM gives the output. But in agentic AI, LLM is not restricted to only the model database. It has access to external APIs and external tools. And it has the most important thing is it has the ability to do the reasoning and to understand when it needs to use those tools. So even in agentic AI, if you ask a simple question like uh, what is the capital of India, it will simply go to LLM and LLM give you the output. It doesn't need to go to any tools or external APIs. So to understand this, we have to understand that only when LLM decides through its reasoning capability that it needs a certain tools for answering certain questions or doing certain tasks, then only it goes to second, yeah, then only it goes to external tools. Like for example, if we ask any question, basic question like what is the current live score of the cricket match. So this LLM won't be able to give the information about the current match, right? It has a data after certain time. So it will go to some cricket website API, and from there it will fetch the data, and then it will give the from API it will get the data and then provide the output. So this agentic AI is the new future where LLM is just a brain, right? And we all the tasks and other things these can be considered as hands and legs for agentic AI model, where it can reach out to these whenever they need help, and then the final output is more polished and more live, right? So this is the basics of agentic AI. What we will be doing is we will be looking at how exactly we can create a model. So tomorrow we will be having a session where I would do the live session, and in that session I will create a basic agentic AI, and just to show like what exactly it is capable of, and that that tool we will be using LangGraph for that. So so we have like LangChain is mostly for LLM, and LangGraph is a kind of a very proven tool to create agentic AI. So we will be using it, and we will be creating a basic AI architecture, uh, and we will discuss it further from tomorrow onwards. So for today, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching.